The Game of Lyf was a computer program designed by the mathematician John Conway in 1970. It was designed to generate complex structures from very simple rules. And it works like this. A grid of square cells was set up, each with a possible two states, dead or alive. The rules, which governed whether a cell was dead or alive, were as follows. Number 1. Any live cell with fewer than 2 live neighbours dies as if caused by underpopulation. Number 2. Any live cell with 2 or 3 live neighbours lives on to the next generation. Number 3. Any live cell with more than 3 live neighbours dies as if by overpopulation. And number 4. Any dead cell with exactly 3 live neighbours becomes a live cell as if by reproduction. This meant that if given a starting formation of alive cells and dead cells, the game could play out following the rules, with the cells switching from dead to alive and alive to dead, developing complex patterns in the process. For example, recognizable patterns have been named block, blinker, glider, grouped into categories, still lives, oscillators, spaceships. These patterns are a language. From a certain perspective, we can know what is being said. And if not, then we can always just extend the language. This, however, might only work with a fairly centralized language distribution vicinity. Or else, the language could become too fragmented for anyone to understand each other. If a decentralization of this language vicinities was to occur, and a move of value towards a more individualized form of language, that would only be of value for people who are marketing its originalness, then there is the possibility of islands forming more distinctly than ever before. A quantum soup. In our isolation, however, there is the possibility of quantum weirdness to occur. These are behaviors and events which wouldn't normally happen given the interconnectedness of things within larger systems of organization. For example, the cells in the Game of Lyf can only behave in a binary blackening or whitening in accordance to the rules. They share the same language. It is, I am black when this happens, and white when this happens. Rachel Dolezal could be an example of one of these squares. But as to whether mathematician John Horton Conway created the rules for her binary switching remains unclear. Anyway, it seems like these squares or cells have a centralized language distribution vicinity or school where they all learned how to speak, as Conway is the current professor of mathematics at Princeton University in New Jersey, we can assume it is here that they learn how to speak. It is here that they study. By studying, do being programmed, they are part of the larger organizations. If, however, we cloned these students, bombed the university, with the originals in, and brought the new ones up, each with a separate language, then even though they would be making the same sounds, so to speak, they would have no way of understanding each other. As a result, they become isolated. This is a dilemma in the game of life, because once you are isolated, you disappear completely. You become invisible, not camouflaged behind a swirl of interpretation, but you literally go elsewhere. This is the quantum weirdness taking effect. It happens like this. Square cells are free from being part of any larger organizational structure, as one could not possibly function if presented with the lack of a shared language. So once they have gotten used to this freedom, this unconnectedness, this island status, they can begin to experiment and play with their powers. They spin in multiple directions at the same time, escape from ever being in a singular place, and then the ultimate activity. Quantum tunneling. I would just like to point out that this experimentation all happens in a non-linear time dimension, and that quantum tunneling, whilst being the ultimate, the last, the most rare and the most complex of activities, it actually appears to happen instantaneously. The cells thus immediately exit the game of life, begin a new existence elsewhere, perhaps free, or perhaps ingrained in another organizational system. Who knows? Heck, one could even be in your body right now. Before I disappear completely, I would just like to thank the information distributor ConwayLyf.com for providing me with the inspiration for this talk, video. I would also like to say that the fact that there is a fairly centralized information center called ConwayLyf.com, where a shared language of the Game of Lyf patterns can be presented, indicates that there is no real risk of us quantum tunneling anywhere anytime soon. We understand each other somewhat, and almost always have responsibilities to larger organizing systems, so no isolation and no being in multiple places at once. And now that I'm here, I might end with a reading from one of the most important Game of Lyf scenarios. It's called Gosper Gliding Gun, the Infinite One. Block, ship, glider, ship, block, glider, glider. 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 Thank you. Block, ship, glider, ship, block, glider, glider. 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 Block, ship, loider, ship, block, glider, glider. Block, wing no half pre-block, sail, ship, block, glider, glider, block. To pre-block, ship, block, glider, glider, block. Half snorkel for sail, to lail, sail, ship, block, glider, glider, block. Pre-block, to moon, pre-block, tub, double pre-block, ship, block, glider, glider, block, tail, pre-block, double R, pentimo, wing, sail, extra, ship, block, glider, glider.